Hey traders from around the world, this is Jeremy Alexander Newsom with Real Life Trading. Hope you're doing absolutely fantastic and hope you are ready and securing some awesome sensational plans for this weekend. The weather right now is beautiful in Nashville. Clear blue skies. It's probably about 70 degrees. Might head to the gym a little bit later, try to get buff, and I don't know what's going on this weekend. I don't have any specific plans. Going to like a charitable dinner thing tonight. And Saturday and Sunday is pretty open, so we'll find out. I love this little pullback. So the last few market updates and stock reviews we've been doing, it's just kind of going over that buy the dip, if you will, in November. And I think this is the dip. So this is the DIA, which is the ETF that tracks the Dow Jones Industrial Average. And we're getting some moves like this, which I could kind of almost count as a wave 4. And I think it would be a buyable pullback. Now, when I say buyable pullback, it could be a short-term bullish trade. If you're a swing trader, it could be a day trade position maybe, but also specifically for my younger people out there, this would be a good place to add to some of your 401ks, IRAs, put some more money in there. If you're heavy into cash, it would be a good place to buy some dips, right? Because this is a nice, healthy retracement of this really, really big bullish move we had in October, and I think this is exactly what we've been anticipating on happening. So interesting to see how exactly it plays out. Here's the SPY, which is the ETF that tracks the Standard & Poor's 500, the S&P 500. And you guys can see that I've had two kind of areas to buy the pullback on SPY. So 203.06 was area number 1. And again, just looking for a healthy retracement, buy the dip in November. Area number 2 will be 241. Brian Shepard got himself a 195 December put sale, so some really, really good premium. Doesn't mind owning shares of SPY down there at all. Let's talk about the IWM, which is just the ETF that tracks the Russell 2000. Not that much going on with the Russells. Stan has himself a December week 1, 111, 110 bull put spread on IWM. Here's Apple, and Apple today is continuing down a little bit lower. So we had a beautiful 2-day pennant pattern yesterday, and we had a high wave spinning candle on Wednesday and a bearish candle on Thursday that was an inside day candle. So you had a 2-day pennant pattern. If we broke below that low, that 115 low, in my opinion, that was a little bit more of a bearish perspective on Apple. So Steven Steckler is in, a few other traders are in bearish on Apple. And it's kind of doing its thing. So from here, what I want to do is come up with another wager on Apple. I like to think I track Apple pretty well, and I'm all about buying the bounce. And I think Apple has an opportunity or a chance to maybe pull into this 108, 106-ish area potentially, and then bounce, which would be a great buy low, sell high opportunity. So here's going to be a wager that I'll be making for all of you. And again, you don't have to place a trade based on this analysis, just letting you know this is just purely for fun. I like doing wagers. I like putting some skin in the game. And here is the wager. I call that Apple does not break $105 before the next earnings. So it's going to stay above 105 before the next earning announcement, which I think is really 3 months from now. So yes, meaning this 105 level right here is a support. If it comes back down to there, it will bounce. So we will not see $104.99 before the next earnings. That's my wager. If I'm wrong, I will eat an apple covered in mustard. Yeah, so I hate mustard with a burning passion of 1,000 fiery suns. Would be pretty terrible, but I will do that if I am wrong. If I am right, I just simply ask you guys to tell people about real life trading, because here's the cool thing. If Apple does stay above 105, there is money to be made with just that analysis alone, right? Put sales, bull put spreads, debit spreads. If you're feeling it, you could buy at Apple, if it pulls back down. There's all kinds of things you could do on Apple. So even though the wager is fun, it's also linked to potential money-making opportunities. It just depends on how much you know about trading and options and all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, Apple, I'm actually looking to buy the bounce if it pulls back in here. Kind of a longer-term trade. Brian Bodie is going to have a bull put spread that expires. I'm sorry, not a bull put spread. A covered call that expires next Friday at 128 on Apple. Netflix, I have a good friend, Johnny Howlett, who's in Netflix, bullish. Patricia has been doing covered calls on Netflix for a very, very long time, and those expire this Friday aka today as well. So great job, Patricia. I was considering getting in Netflix directionally bullish, but instead decided to get into a 107, 106. I did exit that 107, 106 bull put spread today, and thankfully so, because Netflix right now is pulling back down. Apparently, this little triangle distribution phase thing that Netflix is in is for real. So, small double top on Netflix, bearish candle today, anticipating a pullback down to 100, maybe a little bit lower, and then possibly a bounce on Netflix if the market again bounces in the end of November. I would love it at this 200 simple. I don't know if it pulls back down to there, but if it does, I'll be a buyer on Netflix at that level. Brian also has an 85 put sale expiring next Friday on Netflix. Let's talk about retail here for a second. Walmart, ticker symbol WMT, exited our bearish swing trade on Walmart. We entered here with a stop there and exited today for about an R. Wasn't an amazing profit, but earnings is coming up. Retail sector got hit very hard. Name a retail company, probably went down today. Target down 3.5%. Really, really beautiful bearish gap. Looking more bearish than bullish. Earnings coming up right around the corner. Nordstrom got absolutely punched in the face. Humongous gap down today. Did in fact gap to a support, however. Down 20%. Have not traded Nordstrom at all today, but it's at a little bit of a support, and a lot of volume came in. So I'm slightly anticipating Nordstrom to hang out here for a few weeks. Probably won't trade it, but very, very interesting gap on Nordstrom. I think right now it's down 17%, some change. Yeah, 17%. JCPenney, we're 3 cents away from a target right now, so maybe we'll hit our target while we're doing our update. That'd be kind of cool. Ross, Dress for Less, ticker symbol ROST. Also, humongous gap. Also traded to a target based on this gap action. So earnings on Ross is coming up. So a lot of retail is just getting absolutely pummeled. I will say going into what is often referred to as one of the biggest retail times of the year, aka Christmas and Thanksgiving in October. If you're looking to buy low, sell high on some retails and you like a particular company, this might be the time to do it. A lot of pullbacks happening. I think we might be able to get some lower lows. I don't really know what to think on the bigger macro level right now on some of this retail sector action that we're getting, but some really, really interesting gaps today overall on the retail sector. Just a quick update on gold. Show me the gold. I want to know where the gold's at. I think we get a little bit of a bounce down here, just a few days before we head a little bit lower, just like a cause for pause, and then continue to roll over on gold. I am bearish on gold, have been bearish on gold and silver for a little while now, and we are at a support. So as far as the metals or any ETFs, if you're picking those up on a longer term basis, great for you. But my overall thought process and anticipation is pretty simple on silver and gold. Longer term, buy low, sell high. It could be decades before it makes a profit, but I think any investments in metals will not really be for you necessarily, but maybe your kids or even your grandkids. But at these levels, gold and silver, long term, I'm talking like decades. Hey, it could be cool. I'm not actively trading any gold or silver right now, just kind of letting it do its thing. But at some support levels, I think it could trade sideways and then potentially roll over. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for watching this Friday Real Life Stock Review. I really do appreciate it. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Thank you for your support of Real Life Trading. We continue to grow by leaps and bounds every single day. I'm just absolutely surprised that we get as many brand new people visit the website every single day as we do. Just people from all over the world. The emails, the text messages, the tweets, the LinkedIns, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, the Etsy's, all the stuff you guys are sending and posting and sharing. Thank you so much. Really, from the bottom of my heart, it's incredible to trade with such fantastic real life people. Have an amazing weekend. I'll see you next week. And until then, remember, love life, live life, and trade it. See ya.